The rich are obligated to help the poor.
Okay, this is like a follow-up video from the previous one I posted. I don't know, I just like this particular clip. I bet it made them no so. I don't get more much for what. Are the rich obligated to help the poor? Let's see.
While I was growing, there are several things I said, God, if you do this to me, I'm going to do this. It now becomes my obligation to fulfill so many things I've said when I was down there. Why I keep growing is because if I have a business idea, I share it to everybody along. So many people are working in my company and we are doing other businesses. As a matter of what I'm paying them as a salary and the side businesses we are doing, triple. You must help the poor to grow because tomorrow they become your subject.
Can the disagreeers now speak?
I disagree with it because of the word obligated. I think if you're up there, you obviously should. It's something that you should do, but the obligation is what is rubbing me off the wrong way because it now looks like you have to do it, like it's a mandatory thing.
The word obligation or obligated to help the poor is also reversed to entitlement from the poor to the rich. I will say that I have rich friends, but I can only ask them or call them, or I will only call them if I have something to offer them. That's because I have left out my entitlement mentality. Because when you feel like the rich is obligated to help you, if they don't help you, that's why you see stories of a gate man killing his boss. From a rich man, it's okay to feel obligated to help the poor. That means that you are doing a good social, you are being a social person, a good person. But from the poor, it's very bad. If you have something to offer the rich, whenever you come across the rich, if the rich does not help you, trust me, it's his loss.
Just like everyone has said, that word oblige, I mean, nobody owes you nothing. You can have a rich uncle, a cousin that is doing super well, and you see that person not helping you. Having that thing in mind, saying, don't worry, one day I'll go blow. I will show this person. Life is not Nollywood. You just have to work on yourself constantly and make sure if this person is not going to do it, I'll definitely improve myself so that someone else that can see that potential in me will now help.
I don't feel like anybody is obligated to do anything for anybody. Yes, you can assist somebody, you can help somebody, you can put somebody through, you can mentor somebody, but you're not obligated. It's not your responsibility to do that. It is just what you want to do. You can be philanthropical, you can give finances to people, you can assist in so many ways. It is nice to do, and you should endeavor to do that. Yes, you should endeavor, but it's not an obligation. It's not your responsibility to do that. What you are responsible to do is pay the people that work for you, take care of your children, at least they get to a certain level in life. Those are your obligations. But as a wealthy person, being obligated to help the poor, that is not your responsibility. You can help them, but you're not obligated to.
Some riches upgrade to help the poor. Some that are doing business, they can bring a servant that will be serving them maybe like 6 years or 7 days. At the end, they will settle them. He or her will start he or her own business. They are obligated to help the poor, some of them.
Whether you are rich or you are poor, just do what your spirit wants you to do. Don't feel like you're obligated to help anybody.
Some people are in the streets, working, looking for a job. So you are a rich man, you have to take one of them to help them. It's compulsory. If I know that you are not rich, if I have, I'll help you.
Nobody is obligated to do anything for anybody. This is what builds resentment between the haves and the have-nots. When you look at the haves and you feel like this person is at a certain level in life and they should reach out to drag you out of that your financial burden, out of that your financial predicament, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Yes, they can do that if they choose to, but that is not their responsibility to do. She has a twisted view on this particular subject matter. Nobody is obligated to do anything for anybody. At least that's what I feel. And that's what maybe anybody that wants to think of it objectively should see, because it's not your responsibility in any way, shape, or form.
The only issue I have is the compulsory obliged thing. It's not. For instance, I work remotely. I create content to help other people so that they can get into it and get into tech, whatever, Do I have to do it? No. Am I doing it? Yes, because I just feel like it's nice to also put other people on. In fact, you know the funny thing? If your sister is rich, it's not compulsory that she will help you. If she wants to, she would. Now, you now saying, like he said, is when entitlement comes in and like, oh, you did not help me. You're supposed to help me. Then you now start getting angry. You should not be.
From my own draw point, I said normally, nobody owes you anything. That oblige has to do with individual.
A lot of rich people, a high percentage of them are oppressors. 2, a lot of them, they barely believe in people with barest minimum. They be like, what can you amount to? Who are you? When you come across a rich person, the first thing the person sterilizes you, probably looks at your wristwatch, looks at your steez, looks at your composure and says, this guy not too gallant. And every other thing that comes out of your mouth is trash. It's something that I've personally experienced myself. Sometimes I even go extra mile to prove myself and say, sir, don't pay me. Let me show you. This is what I can do. And in the expense of doing that, it even gets more worse. Because you will be seeing the result of what I'm doing like this. And you still want to leverage on the fact that this guy doesn't really need much. So some people believe that they have struggled to be rich. So every other person that comes their way must struggle.
Another thing that you should take into consideration is that going through this process, that is going through this struggle phase, going through the man, I don't know what to do in my life phase, it builds you as a person too. It builds you as an individual. It makes you tough. It builds resilience. It builds this mental toughness. When you know that, okay, man, nobody is coming to help me. I have to help myself. Nobody is coming to save me. I have to save myself. You have to. They say tough situation build tough people, and that's why most times when you see a family that is wealthy, that is a very wealthy family, the children, they don't understand the value of money. They don't understand the value of things, and most times they might be very disrespectful. I'm sorry to say, I'm not saying it's unique for everybody, but a high percentage of them, they are disrespectful. They don't know the value for money. They are just careless with most things in life. They don't take anything as anything. They just take things on face value. At the end of the day, maybe that is going to save me. At the end of the day, if I spoil it, that is going to buy another one. Mommy is going to do this. That's the way they see life. And you won't blame them, because right from when they were little, they've had everything. Because when you pass through life, pass through this tough thing that builds you into a man, that builds you into a woman, that builds you into an individual that understands life from a certain point of view. You don't want your kids to pass through that kind of stress, because you know the pain. You know how hard it was for you. You know all those times that you asked your parents for this that they couldn't provide. You know all those times that you wore worn out clothes, torn clothes, and you wish that you had better ones. You know, you understand these things, and you have it now, so you know the value of having it. But your kids, they've not gone through this process. They don't understand what it means not having anything. So that's their baseline. They already have. So every other thing is just extra. So they won't take anything that serious. Maybe if they see somebody that don't have, they look at the person as weird, because they can't comprehend, they can't relate, because their life has always been this way. That's why sometimes they might be into one vice or the other. Maybe they are womanizers or they are gamblers or something. I'm just speaking in a stereotypical way, but I'm stereotyping everybody, but that's not how I should have phrased it. But you get the point I'm trying to make. That's just how it is. If you pass through the process, you want to give your kids certain kind of lifestyle. And if you are going through that particular process right now, It's always crazy. It's always crazy. So don't think of it as you are suffering, that life is this, life is that. There's nobody that is not passing through a lot. Even the wealthy person, the person you are looking up to, has somebody that he is looking up to. So if you are going through this rough phase of life, you should always have this thing in mind that, okay, it's a character building process. It's a process that you just have to pass through to understand, so that when you get to that next phase in life, you know that, okay, there was something that brought you here. There are things that you are learning along the way. That's just how I see it.
I'm just gonna go back, right? I used to have this certain guy. He's very rich, like stinkingly rich. And then I was trying to grow my skill in Forex. I saw our academy, Fire Pips Forex Academy. Then the price on it was $399. Did I have $399? No. So I walked up to him and I told him, this skill, if I get it, we're both gonna make money. And you have so much money. So why don't you like help me, right? You'd be like, come and meet me somewhere on the island. You take me to different clubs, different places. Like, man, just give me this money. We both know I'm not the clubbing kind of person. I'm very big on church. I just want to go home and sleep. If you're going to do this for me, do it for me. After some certain months, he did not do it. I had to work part of the money. Okay, now I have $200. Just help me with the remaining 200. Did he help me? No. Still the same, meet me here and there, spend so much money here and there. And now that I'm in this position, I think I kind of like understand. Those places that I was going there to network, right? I'm seeing him spending money, but he was spending for a different purpose. You, as a friend, you're now seeing it, oh, this guy is wasting money, he's not giving me. But you don't know why he was actually doing that thing. Now I'm here. I understand better why he could not give me the money. Did he have it? Yes. But did he have bills that equated to that amount I was asking him for? Yes. So most times, if you are standing from that point of entitlement, you will carry bad blood. Me and him will still talk till tomorrow.
When you are expecting someone to help you and the person did not help you, it gives you a challenge. It makes you to buckle up.
Exactly. It's a very good note to end up at this particular video. You just have to do it yourself. You have to do it yourself. If nobody helps you, you help yourself. If nobody wants to assist you, you find a way. There's always a way. There's always a way. That's what I truly believe. I believe that there's always a way. You just have to figure it out. It might not be all that clear at the beginning, but you just have to figure it out. Because what is the other alternative? You just have to do something. So that's what I feel about this particular interaction. It's nice in a way, and it gives you an opportunity to reevaluate certain things. And like the other guy said, you can make up reasons why somebody has and they don't want to help. You don't know the project that person is running. You don't know what the person is actually doing behind closed doors. You don't know. Maybe the person, if he explains his own situation to you, you'll be the one to give him money. It's a clear joke though. But everybody, we all have our challenges. We all have what we are doing, things that we are working towards, things that is bothering us, things that would want to leverage what we have to get. So you're always making sacrifices. Whether you are in level 1, level 2, level 100, you're always making sacrifices. You're always leveraging yourself, and it's risky. We all know that it comes with a considerable amount of risk, but that is what you have to do to catapult yourself to that next level that you envision yourself, that next level that you see yourself. And when you get to that next level, you dream about getting to the next level. So it's a continual process. You don't get to the end. When you feel like you're at the end, that is when your life ends. Now I sound like motivational speakers. But with that being said, we'll come to the end of it. Like, subscribe, and share this video. If you have any thoughts on this particular video, drop it on the comment section. I'll do my best to interact with it. With that being said, bye.